channel. This is Sarah Chic. So if you are joining me on Facebook or Instagram, definitely type in the comments, live vibes if you're here live. Otherwise, type in hashtag replay so I know when you checked me out or checked out this video. If you are catching me on YouTube, definitely like and subscribe so that you can be part of more of my favorite things. So today I want to talk about a book that I just got. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is called, on Instagram, I guess we're a little bit backwards. Sorry, I'm on my phone, but I'll read it to you. It is called The Hidden Message in Water. And this book is by Masaru Emoto. And he is a Japanese scientist that started studying water and how waters form crystals when they are exposed to the things around them. They absorb the energy of what's around them, and then based on that, they form crystals. And so when I first got this book, well, I got it for Christmas, so I obviously did read it pretty quick. I finished it over winter break, and it is such a good book. Oh my gosh. So I'll just give you a little sneak peek. It shows a bunch of crystals in there when water was exposed to different things. So things like love and gratitude, things like thank you. It also shows what is exposed when you say things like you fool to the water or different things like that. Also, one of the other things that he talks about is how water can actually be healing and how we can heal water with gratitude. So one of the really cool things that he talked about in this book is how there are places around the world that have really polluted water. And the book is really about opening up your knowledge on how we need to take care of this resource because, sorry, the resource is, it is for us to take care of so that we have the ability to keep it and keep fresh water and keep very high energy water with pure, fully formed crystals in the water, because our body is made up of 70-75% water. So if we want our bodies to run at optimal capacity and be at the highest performance, then we also need to take care of the water that we're putting in our body. And so one of the experiments that they did in there was a lake in Japan. And you can read about the experiment in the book, and I highly recommend you do that because as I'm remembering it, I'm probably going to leave out some details. So I highly recommend that you actually get the book and check it out. Anyway, the lake is in Japan, and the lake actually was very polluted, and it's cloudy, and it was okay, but it was still pretty cloudy and polluted. So there were a group of people, I believe it was 350 people. What they did is they surrounded the lake, and together they were chanting to the water a prayer, and they were putting gratitude into the water, and they were just matching their vibration, putting their heart out into the water. And what ended up happening is shortly after their prayer and meditation session was complete, after they had set the intentions for the water started clearing up. And they could see deeper into the water. They could see down into the weeds in the plant life that they weren't able to see before. They did this experiment before they did the intention setting and the chanting and the prayers over the water. And so that got me thinking that if we are made up of 75% water, then it serves to reason that if we set intentions if we pray over ourselves, if we pray over each other, and if we do an energy clearing and set our heart center open to be just really open to the miracles of what can come into our lives. And if we send gratitude and love out into the universe and out specifically to everybody who's participating in the sessions, then I think we will really be able to uplift our lives and really allow miracles to come in. So, I wanted to share this book with you today because I want to tell you about the experiment that I want to do. So, starting on January 22nd, which is the New Year's for human design, it's Rave New Year. It's also Lunar New Year. So, I just looked that up today and learned that. So, I thought that was a cool coincidence. So, on Lunar New Year, we're going to be starting, and I want to do for 2 weeks every day to do a group little meditation, but really we're going to have some singing bowls. We're going to have some really high vibe music in the background. We're going to be clearing out the energy, putting gratitude in our hearts, and just really doing a powerful connection with each other in order to bless every person who is doing the gratitude with us with good intentions and with the highest vibration, and completely with love and gratitude, which have amazing crystals like this one. So this is super high vibe, and I want to see if we can get I would love to see if 50 people can be part of these meditations. And so if you want to join it, and they're not going to be very long, probably about 15 to 20 minutes. That's all I'm thinking. And if you want to join every day, absolutely, because the more gratitude we can kind of blast and beam out at each other, I think the more powerful this experiment will be. So if you can commit to about 15 to 20 minutes every day, definitely let me know. If you can't, still join, because you will be part of the receiving end. You're going to be giving, but you're also going to be part of the receiving of the miracles. And part of what I want to do is I just want us to start out 2023 in a super high vibe and in a way that can set us up for true miracles to just flood into our lives every day. So the group that I invite you to is the Awakened Woman with Sarah. If you are not sure, I think I have linked it, but if I haven't, just message me and I will make sure to get it to you so that you can join. And I hope to see you in there. And definitely check out this book. If you check out my Facebook and Instagram, I do have more information on it. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. Have an amazing night.